Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a slasher film called Fear Street Part 1. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. During a dark and stormy night, a woman tries to kill a teenage boy on the street with a razor. While he resists, he is throat cut and hurt. At this point, the teen's classmate shoots the woman's head, trying to save him. But the woman stands up from the floor and chases after the whole group. As a result, the teens scatter in every direction. Bookseller is one of these teenagers who works part-time at a bookstore. On the same night, when she is about to go home with her boyfriend, a skull-masked killer suddenly attacks her. She yells at her boyfriend for help, but he doesn't respond. She tries hard to draw out the mask of the killer, finding that it is her boyfriend. He kills 7 people that night. Finally, the town sheriff shoots the killer in the head, ending the disaster. The following day, the massacre is reported in the media. The town of Shady Village is known in the United States as the murder capital. For hundreds of years, terrible massacres occur every few decades, and the village is said to be cursed. In contrast, the neighboring town Sunny Village is the polar opposite. Being one of the richest and safest towns in the country, Sunny Village has been no crime for the past 30 years. According to the old saying, Shady Village was cursed by a female, nicknamed Witch many years ago. It's said that Witch will pick one resident every 10 years to possess, carrying out a massacre in the village. The boy Chunky and his sister Homo were born in Shady Village. Homo is annoying with her ex-girlfriend Sam recently, because Sam moves to Sunny Village, making a new boyfriend Peter. Chunky is fascinated with IT stuff and has been searching for the history in recent years, hoping to uncover the truth about Witch and the massacre. Meanwhile, Homo has 2 best friends at their high school, Handsome and Beauty. Beauty and Handsome are certain that the witch curse exists. However, Homo is convinced that these are superstitions. Several days later, Shady High School and Sunny High School are having a football game. During the morning event at the beginning of the game, Sunny team sneers at Shady team, causing Shady team to become irritated and start a fight, which later ruins the event totally. As Shady team is returning, Sunny team try to cause further trouble, and among them are Sam and Peter. Homo is fed up with this. With the help of Beauty, she throws the ice bucket at Peter's car, making it crash into a tree. Sam is badly injured, finding herself standing on Witchy's mound of bones. In the meantime, Sam's nosebleed also spreads to Homo's shoes and Handsome's t-shirt. The next day, Homo and Handsome discover that they both have been cursed, since their bodies also contain Sam's blood from last night. Homo and her friends all believe it's Peter, who is making trouble for them. But soon, they discover it isn't Peter who is to blame. When Homo and her friends visit Sam at the hospital, the killer jumps out and kills Peter immediately. Peter's death makes everything in the hospital go crazy. In the course of a brawl between the killer and the teens, his mask is dragged from his face, revealing that it is Bookseller's boyfriend, who has been shot by Sheriff just a few days earlier. Homo then heads back to Sheriff and tells him about what she sees in the hospital. Sheriff, however, believes the person he shot is dead as shit. When Homo is about to leave for home, she steals the gun from a policeman, believing that the police won't protect her. Later that night, Handsome doesn't go to the hospital with the others, but wanders the streets instead. As he pees on a tree, he notices a female with a scar, short-named Scar, sitting in the middle of the road. As it turns out, Scar is also possessed by Witch and is here to carry out tonight's massacre. As Scar is about to stab the knife into Handsome, Homo arrives and fires the stolen gun at Scar. However, Scar is still alive, and her scars also heal as soon as she sits up. It frightens everyone, so they flee away in an instant. Later, as soon as they return to Chunky and Homo's house, everybody tries to persuade each other. Chunky stands up and asks everybody to listen. An old newspaper mentions that Scar was the killer responsible for the 1965 massacre. Besides Scar and Bookseller's boyfriend, there is another killer who killed many people in the 1978 massacre. Chunky further explains that such frequent massacres actually began as early as 1666. That was the year when Witch cursed the town before being executed by the village for her witchcraft. Before she dies, Witch cuts off one of her hands, giving her the chance to live forever. After that, Witch picks random people in town to carry out her murderous plans out of hatred and revenge. Having heard Chunky's historical account, the group decides to find out the truth about Witch and heads to the place where their car accident occurred. There, they begin digging, believing the body and bones of Witch are buried here. Within a few minutes, they discover a nameplate for Witch, which confirms this is exactly her grave. They think Witch must be disturbed by the accident, so that she chased and killed the teens. They then bury the nameplate back in the mud, believing that Witch will no longer be angry. However, that proves to be a far greater curse unexpectedly. Suddenly, the 1978 killer jumps up with a huge axe, seemingly being possessed by witch. The group are all stunned, so they run towards an ambulance nearby. While discussing where the 1978 killer is coming from, Sam stands up and says that she believes the killer is just out to get her. In her explanation, Handsome and Homo are likely targeted because both of their apparel contains Sam's blood. Chunky has an idea after hearing Sam's thoughts. He suggests washing off the blood on everybody's bodies. Sam's blood is what attracts the killers, so they plan to set a trap at school to burn the killers. Soon after, the killers come to their trap as expected, including Bookseller's boyfriend, Scar, and the 1978 killer. Upon catching the killers in the traps, the group immediately shut the doors and light the fires to burn them out. A while later, as the fire is about to finish, the group gets some fire extinguishers and enters. The killers, however, appear to reanimate. The group is terrified by that and runs back to Chunky's house. Unlike last time, Beauty proposes killing Sam in order to save everyone else. However, Homo disagrees. Sam also feels sorry for the group, believing that she must sacrifice herself to save her classmates. At this moment, Chunky comes up with another idea. He learns of Survivor, a girl who survived in 1978. Survivor actually died at the moment that 1978 killer stabbed her, but she was saved following the intensive rescue. Chunky asserts that they can set up a fake scene to fool the killers into thinking Sam has already died. As soon as the killers leave, the group will bring Sam back to life. Despite Chunky's risky idea, everyone is on board. Right then, Sheriff is also concerned about the curse, since more and more people have been killed in town lately. He finally decides to seek out Survivor and inform her that the killers are coming back. Following that, the group drives to the supermarket to buy drugs for the second plan. They have Sam take the drugs and then try to revive her within minutes. It doesn't work because Sam vomits up the pills. During this time, the three killers follow them to the supermarket. During the fierce fight, Handsome and Beauty are no match to them and get killed at last. Eventually, Homo drowns Sam with Sam's consent. This seems working because the killers disappear at the precise moment our heart stops beating. It also saves Chunky from being stabbed by the killer's axe. In the next minute, Homo and Chunky work hard to rescue Sam from hell. After that, Sheriff wants to know what happened at the supermarket last night, so the teens are taken to him the next day. However, none of them mention the killers or witch, believing that nobody will believe them. As a survivor of the 1978 massacre, Sheriff, in fact, knows that the murder is the result of the curse of witch, but being a law enforcer, he cannot explain murder as a supernatural event. Just as everything seems to have ended, Homo gets a phone call from Survivor. According to her, things will get worse soon. Suddenly, Sam stabs Homo in the back under the control and possession of witch. Following a fierce fight, Homo and Chunky tie Sam up. As a way to help Sam get rid of witch's possession, Homo and Chunky ask Survivor how she escapes the 1978 massacre. According to Survivor, she was a naughty teen in class that time, constantly bullied by her classmate named Bully Beach. Sheriff is also one of Survivor's classmates and has admired Survivor for long. Teens of both shady and sunny villages are about to have a color war game on a summer night. Shady teens wear blue and sunny teens wear red. For the color game, Survivor's sister, short-named Sister, also participates. Additionally, Blondehair joins the game so he can stay with his girlfriend, Sister. Before the game starts, Survivor visits the clinic for medical treatment. But Doctor, the nurse at the clinic, is out at that time, leaving an open diary on the desk. The diary reveals that Scar is the daughter of Doctor, and that Witch chooses her for the 1965 massacre. Doctor has been searching documents about Witch for several years, and she's a little obsessed with it. After Sister and Blondehair finish cleaning the classroom, Doctor comes up to Blondehair, saying that she must kill Blondehair today since she sees his name in the curse. She then immediately rushes to Blondehair and attempts to kill him, but Blondehair quickly beats her up and runs away. However, neither Blondehair nor Sister knows what Doctor means. Furthermore, their classmates think that Doctor is possessed like Scar, who killed 7 people in 1965 and committed suicide afterward. The following day, Sister notices a change in Blondehair's temper. Therefore, they head back to the clinic to find out more about the diary. According to the diary, which cut off her hand to have her body remain alive forever. She also promises she will keep taking revenge until her hand is joined with her body again someday. Tank Top, the friend of Sister, notices that the diary contains a map showing that the House of Witch is next to the camp. Curiosity compels Tank Top and her boyfriend Curly to seek it out right away. Blondehair and Sister follow shortly after. In a forest, they find the tomb of Witch. All of them believe that Doctor must be seeking the witch's cut hand, as the curse will be released if the hand and body are reunited. Curly finds the House of Witch at the same time. Once they get inside, they find the same figure appearing on Doctor's diary, as well as a secret room. A wall in the room is written with the names of all the killers in Shady Village. They are surprised to find Blondehair being the last one. Blondehair suddenly takes an axe from the wall and kills Curly in an instant. Sister and Tank Top are scared to run in terror. As they leave the room, the rolls fall from the roof, blocking Blondehair's way and preventing him from following them. Blondehair then proceeds to the game camp. Meanwhile, to avenge Bully Beach's bullying, Sheriff and Survivor set a trap in the camp restroom and plan to play tricks on her. As soon as Bully Beach gets inside, they drop bugs on her head and lock her in. In the tomb, Sister and Tank Top now realize that Doctor read the names on the wall too. She believes that Blondehair's death is the only way to save the teens and the whole village. Sister and Tank Top then try hard to call for help. At the same time, Bluenair arrives at the game camp with his axe. In a matter of minutes, he kills several people, scaring the rest into the dining hall. A moment later, Survivor leaves for the restroom to rescue Bully Beach. However, Bully Beach is pissed off and the two get into a fight. Suddenly, a call for help is heard from the toilet bowl, and they find that it is Sister and Tank Top seeking help. When Survivor and Bully Beach are trying to help Tank Top and Sister out, Blondehair suddenly arrives in the restroom and kills Bully Beach. Survivor immediately starts running, hiding in a lab with Sheriff. Blondehair chases her here, raising an axe and stabbing Sheriff in his legs. But it turns out Blondehair's intended victim is not Sheriff, but Survivor. Following the diary's depiction, Survivor finds another exit soon and runs towards the dining hall. In the meantime, Tank Top finds the cut hand of Witch when she falls back to the bottom of the tomb. In the dining hall, Survivor and Blondehair have a fierce fight, during which Survivor puts a cover onto Blondehair's face. Just as Blondehair is about to stab Survivor, Sister arrives and kills Blondehair from behind. They then pull Tank Top out, and she shows them the cut hand that she discovers. Next, they decide to join the hand to the body. However, as the three teens leave to find the bones, Blondehair reappears and kills Tank Top. Sister raises a spade and temporarily kills Blondehair again. It is the bravery and intelligence of Survivor and Sister that astonish Witch, who further unleashes more killers. To find Witch's bones, Survivor and Sister head to the tree, where Witch was hanged to death. However, all they find is a small stone that reads, "Witch forever lives." Seeing more killers approach, they are desperate. In the end, Sister dies during the fight, while Survivor is saved when Sheriff finds her. Sheriff then learns it is Witch who has killed so many people. Even though he believes in Survivor, Sheriff keeps the secret, because he knows he will be the police of this town in a decade. The story of Survivor gives Homo another idea. She realizes that the only thing they need to break the curse is the hand. According to Survivor, Sister and she buried the hand under a tree, which is now located at the mall. Later, after digging deep in the mall, Homo and Chunky finally find the hand. They then retrieve the hand from the mound and reassemble it with the bones. But the tale is not yet over. In the second part of Fear Street, we will learn why Witch curses Shady Village. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.